popping, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mofe. If it's your first time clicking on my video and seeing this beautiful face, please don't make it your last by subscribing and liking this video. You can also turn on the post notification beside the subscribe button so you're notified whenever I post a new video, right? So let's cut to the chase. Today I'll be talking about reasons I think you should move to the UK in 2023. Now I know like the media is filled with so many I don't know, negative things about the UK, saying that the UK is going through serious recession, nurses are going on strike, trains are going on strike, everyone is striking and all that. You know, I think every country is really going through it right now. And even amidst all these things, all these shortcomings, I think there are still so many reasons why you should move to the UK in 2023. And I've listed out 8 different reasons I think you should move to the UK in 2023. So if you see me looking, you know, at the ground, I'm looking at my phone so I don't forget anything. So in no particular order, guys, I'll list 8 reasons why I think you should make that move to the UK in 2023. So if this is something you like to watch, definitely keep on watching. Let's start. Number 1, a working system. Now, the UK is a country that has a working system. When I mean working, I mean it works. In the UK, you can plan your life for the next 1 year, all things being equal, you're not falling sick or anything, and that's how it's going to stay. Like, you can plan your life here in the UK. Everything works. You know, you don't, oh my goodness. Coming from Nigeria, I'll be speaking, you know, about relocating from Nigeria to the UK because I've lived in Nigeria all my life. I recently just moved to the UK, so I'll be talking based on my experience in Nigeria. Now, you may be living in a really lovely country right now, and then all these things I say, you have it in your country and it's not a big deal to you. But if you're Nigerian, I know you understand what it means to have a working system. The system in the UK works. Everything works. If you need to get a train to work, everything is just from your phone. You can do so many things from your house. You don't have to, the lights, you don't have to call anybody to give you lights, you don't have to call anybody to give you water. Everything works. So far, you pay your bills. So the UK is a country that works. The government, they do what they're supposed to do to give comfort to every resident in the UK. Even if you're not a citizen yet, once you have a residence permit card in the UK and you live in the UK, you would enjoy good quality working system. That one I can tell you. Now, number 2 is dignity in labor. Now, if you have lived in Nigeria for a long time, I'm sure you understand what I mean by dignity in labor. In Nigeria, if you see a cleaner, most of the time we look down on them. And I'm not saying that, you know, like, this is a good, obviously it's not a good thing, but because of the money that they earn, they're not accorded like great respect in the society like a doctor would get, or like a lawyer would get, or like an engineer would get, or you know what I mean, or like a business owner that is successful would get. You cannot sit down, like, once you hear that the guy is a cleaner, a cleaner cannot even come and toast you and you answer just because you know that obviously he's not even earning well. Cleaners in Nigeria, they don't earn well, and it's not just cleaning. There are so many other, you know, professions in Nigeria that are not awarded respect just so because the job is like a dirty job or it doesn't pay so well, right? So but here, if you are a cleaner, you are a picker packer, or name like the most demanding job in Nigeria that you think, no, I can never do this. If you do that here, everyone respects you just like they respect, let's say, a doctor. Everyone would accord you the same respect they would accord a lawyer. You guys get the same level of respect and regard. Why? Because even here, the same amount a cleaner makes is the same amount someone that is professionally trained will make. Like, you make the same amount. There's a salary bracket for everybody. The minimum wage is the same across the UK. And what you can do with the minimum wage you can do a lot with any minimum wage here in the UK. As low as £10 per hour, you can comfortably pay for your rent. You can own a car. You can save to get a mortgage to buy a house. You can do a lot of things with just earning £10 an hour here in the UK, compared to Nigeria, where cleaners are just paid, very ridiculous amounts of money, if you get what I mean. I'm just using cleaner as an example because, that's like one of the easiest, one of the most popular, maybe low-skilled job you can find out there, right? So there's dignity in labor. Whatever you do here, you would do it with joy, and you'll be accorded great respect. Now, number 3 is the free healthcare. Don't come for me. I know that it's not like free, but if you're a resident, if you move from Nigeria to the UK this year, all you need to do is pay your IHS surcharge. You have to pay it with your visa fee when you're applying for your visa. Once you pay that IHS surcharge, I think it's around 700 and something pounds. I'm not so sure, so don't come for me. I think that was the amount we paid when we were coming per person. Me, my son, my husband, we paid it each per person. Now, once you pay that for a year, you have free healthcare throughout that year. Now, I mean, anything. It's not limited to if you have headache, if you have fever, but if you're going to give birth, you're going to pay. No. Once you pay that surcharge, even if you're having a baby, even if you're having that baby through cesarean section, it is completely free. You're not going to pay £1. You're not going to pay anything. You're going to stroll into the hospital, have that baby, and come out completely free. And if you give birth 2 times in a year, it is free. The other day I had a dental issue, and I think the only thing that is I think is exempted from the totally free service is like dental and the opticians, right? You are still required to pay like a little amount of money. The other day, I had a toothache, and I had to call the dental section in the NHS, and they gave me an appointment, and they told me that I was going to pay £14 for the consultation, and that's it. Once I paid the £14 for the consultation and everything, they discover everything wrong with me, I get the drugs for free, completely free. You're not paying any money for it, right? So that is these things cannot be bought. You cannot buy it, but at the same time, even if you're trying to book an appointment with the NHS, it takes a while. It's not like you just feel sick now and you just call them and you're just going to go there. That's the advantage of. I think that's one thing that is different from the UK and Nigeria. In Nigeria, you can just walk into any hospital, tell them what is wrong with you, they test you and they give you drugs, right? But here in the UK, you need to book an appointment. That's the only downside to it. But apart from that, you enjoy free healthcare once you pay your immigration surcharge. And the clause to this is, if you work in the healthcare system, let's say you are a nurse, you are a doctor, you are a care assistant, you are a senior care assistant. If you work in the healthcare system and you migrate to the UK with a health and care worker visa, you do not pay the surcharge. You are exempted from paying that yearly 700 and something pounds. You do not pay. You will not pay. Your husband will not pay, or your wife. Your kids will not pay. It is free for your family. Once one person in that family is working in the health and care sector in the UK, it is completely free. So that's another good thing. If you're a nurse, or you're a doctor, or you are just in the physiotherapist, or you are in the health and care sector, start making your move now and come to the UK. The benefits are limitless. They are endless. Now, the fourth one is security. Like I said, I'm talking based on Nigeria. If you have lived in Nigeria, you understand what I mean by security. See, nothing beats being in your house and not being scared of somebody banging your door, or somebody breaking into your house to steal your things, or you're just going in the road, you're in traffic, and then someone is breaking your glass door, breaking your car door to steal from you. Nothing beats peace of mind. That's one thing you have in the UK. Now, I don't know about London, because I've heard the security in London is not so good, especially some parts in London like Peckham, Tottenham, Nottingham, all those places. We've heard that the security rate there is really, really low. But compared to other parts of the UK like Swansea, I live in Wales. Wales is extremely secure. You walk any time of the night and nobody is coming to drag your bag. Nobody is coming to steal your phone. It is completely safe. Of course, nowhere is completely safe, but if you have 90% of security, I think you can take that. If you have good security, no one is coming to harass you, no one is coming to say, oh yeah, give me your phone. You know what I mean? If you've lived in Nigeria for a long time, you will understand what I'm saying. Once it is like 12-1 in Nigeria, if you walk anyhow in some areas, forget it. It's either you yourself, you disappear, they kidnap you, or you don't get home with your belongings, or you don't get home with a complete face. They will beat you as you collect your phone, if you get what I mean. So security here is really, really top notch. So if you're big on security, this is one of the reasons why we moved here. We've not experienced robbery before in Nigeria, thank God, but we've heard stories, right, of, you know, close people experiencing it, and it's just so scary, not sleeping so well. You know, there's a kind of sleep you sleep in Nigeria. You sleep, oh, but you're not sleeping, like, you know, they're dull, because anything can happen at any time. That place, you cannot just predict. So if you're big on security, it is time for you to make that move to the UK in 2023. It is secure here. Right, number 5, we have free school for kids up to secondary school level. Now, if you are a parent, if you are a mother or you are a father and you are watching this, you understand what this is. You understand the kind of relief it is. Now, we are not even like UK citizens yet. Of course, we will be soon. One day, we will be. But we are just residents in the UK, and we have free school for my son. Guys, like, we did not pay anything. You don't get it. No, we didn't pay even £5. We didn't pay anything for my son to go to school here in the UK. Before we left Nigeria, we just applied to schools. And once you land here and your child is 3 years old, once your child is 3 years old, your child is eligible for free school till your child finishes SS3. I don't know what they call it here, if it's SS3, I don't know. But till your child finishes secondary school to go to the university, you enjoy free education. Now, if you pay school fees in Nigeria, this is like the school fees period. Hey parents, this is school fees period. You understand the relief this gives you. You don't need to pay hundreds of thousands for your child's school fee. It is completely free for public schools. Now, there are private schools. If your child is not up to 3, and maybe you work or you go to school, or you just want your time, you can take your child there, but you have to pay. But once your child is 3 years old, your child can go to like the government schools, and the government schools here are like the best schools you have in Nigeria. Those Corona, that's what the government school here is like. Very good, is world class. The teachers are well taught. They are just, it's amazing, guys. I've experienced it. My son goes to school here, so I know what I'm talking about. Free school for your kids. You're not paying school fees. You don't have to be a citizen to enjoy that. Even as a student, you enjoy free education as long as you live in the UK. Your kids go to school for free. But from the university, they have to pay their school fee, right? So if you become a citizen before your child goes to the university, you are eligible to student loans and all of that. But up until your child finishes secondary school, it is free. Now, number 6, let's go quick. It is taking long now. World-class education. Now, if you finish from any school in the UK, let's say your BSc or your master's degree, the UK degrees are recognized everywhere in the world. The UK, if you have a degree from the UK, you have like a ticket to like getting really good jobs anywhere in the world. They have world-class education. Their degrees are highly recognized, right? So that's one of the reasons you should come here. Number 7, now I had to write this as, okay, number 7, I'll say the weather. The weather in the UK is not too extreme compared to Canada and like other European countries. The UK can be cold. Yeah, it's currently winter and it's really cold, but the UK has like really, really good weather. It's not, sometimes it's cold, but it's not extreme. You don't get minus 40 here, you don't get minus 30, you don't get minus 20. I've not seen minus 20 here. I've only seen up to minus 7, let's say minus 10, but you cannot experience higher than that because it's just not, I think that's just the way the UK is. Instead of getting those like higher those lower degrees, you mostly get rain, especially here in Swansea. We have rain a lot, and so the rain helps us diffuse the cold, so the cold is not unbearable, if you get what I mean. You're not walking on the road and having snow in your eyes, having snow in your head. No, the UK's weather is really, really lovely, and so that's one reason you should consider moving to the UK in 2023. And the last but not the least, there are so many reasons, but I can't definitely highlight all of them. But based on my experience since we moved here, that's why I collated this number of reasons. And the last one for me is acquiring a British passport. No, it's not passport, it's passport, right? So if you're Nigerian and you manage to get like a work visa for 5 years here in the UK, you live for 5 years here in the UK, you don't have criminal conviction, you do not kill somebody, you do not do anything bad, you don't have accident, I mean, you are just a good law-abiding citizen. After 5 years, you're eligible to apply for your indefinite leave to remain. Now, after you successfully get your indefinite leave to remain in the UK, after 1 year on living on that indefinite leave to remain, you are eligible to apply for your British passport to become a British citizen. Now, guys, if God now butter your bread, God now help you to acquire it, you know what it means to be a British citizen? You can travel to 148 countries visa free. I had to Google this before this video just so I'm sure, before anybody will come for me. 148 countries visa free. And I tell you, if you become a British citizen, you have so many benefits. There are so many benefits you would get, apart from traveling, even from the UK government, grants for your business. There are just so many things you enjoy here as a citizen in the UK. I can't name them all. There are so many. I don't even know them as much because I'm not a citizen yet. But there are so many so many benefits. Sorry, see, this citizen does it. God, make me a citizen. Immediately. I want immediate citizenship. Hey God, I beg. So what was I saying? I mean, there's so many benefits with having a UK passport, right? A British passport. So in the end of it all, this is like the goal for most Nigerians that have moved here. If you're Nigerian, if you're Ghanaian, if you're Kenyan, if you're from Africa generally, this is like one of our goals. Everyone wants to acquire the British passport, just so it opens you up to so many opportunities, guys, and there's just nothing beats that. So if you've been thinking of moving to the UK and you've been looking for the video to prompt you, you've been looking for the video to ginger you, this is the time. If you want to come in through master's degree, fine, you can do that. Apply to schools. It's January. You can be in the UK in September if you start now. If you want to come in through the work visa, if you're like, I don't know, an auditor, you're in tech, you just look at the shortage occupation list and look for your profession there. Apply, you will get a job that would sponsor you. So many. Just try to make your own findings. I can, maybe in the next video or any other time I feel like I can come and, give you ways in which you can migrate, talk about practical ways that you can use to migrate to the UK. But for now, just go to the gov.uk website, check out the shortage occupation list. If you want to come in through a job, that's like one of the cheapest ways. You don't have to pay money, you just have to apply, meet the requirements, and you are here. If you want to come into the masters as well, look for schools that you'd like, Google, make research of the schools and apply, and you can be here in September, even in May. Don't dull, make that move now. Don't be slacking and be saying everybody's going to the UK, I don't want to get to the UK. Well, if you see, that's one thing people should know. When you see Nigerians running somewhere, you know that there's something in that place. There's a treasure in that land if Nigerians are running there, because we are smart people, right? So thank you for watching this video till the end. I would like to also know if you've been living in the UK since. You can leave other reasons why people should migrate to the UK in 2023. Leave them down below, and others can read and learn any other thing that I've not mentioned, you can leave it down below. We'll be happy. I'll be happy to read your comments. I'm sure other people will be happy to read your comments as well. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video, and of course turn on your post notification to be aware of whenever I post a new video. I'm training my UK accent, guys. By the time I polish that accent, people will not be hearing me again. I'll just be coming and saying in it. I'll be saying mates. I'll be saying, you should just wait for me. It remains small. I'll be learning it, and I shall finish soon. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye. See you later. Mwah.